Hello guys, you're welcome to our channel. I am Vivian and this is baby Raphael. Yeah, the number 6 baby. So guys, today I want to share with you some baby food. Yeah, like I'm a mother to not less than 6 beautiful nations. Yes, I said not less than 6 because we never can tell. God might add more. Okay, so they're not less than 6 by God's grace. So I want to just share with you some beautiful recipes, baby food, most especially if you're a busy mom. Okay, how you can actually prepare some baby food on a go and which you can give to your baby. And I also share with you a meal chart, like for 1 week meal chart that you can use in case you run out of ideas on what to prepare for your baby that is up to 6 months old and above. So guys, keep watching and please give this video a like. Let's get started. Today I want to share with you some of the healthy meal that I give to my 6 months plus baby. Okay, so I want to share these ideas or recipes for you, most especially if you're a busy mom. I'll be showing you how I prepare meals for my baby, okay, that can serve him a whole day or even more. So first of all, the first recipe here will be using Irish potatoes. Okay, so I have several other recipes I'll be showing to you, and at the end I'll be giving you meal plan charts, yes, that you can follow, okay, in case you run out of idea. So I've washed and peeled and chopped my potatoes into smaller bits like this so that we can boil it properly. So the next I'll be adding to this is apple. So I'll be adding half apple. So this is just one meal. The baby can finish just once. Okay, so if you want to prepare it in large quantity and store, you can add more. So but this is just for one eating. Okay, so I'll be sharing with you other ideas as well. So to this now I added water. So I also added date fruits. As you can see that, okay, 2 date fruits. I removed the seeds and added them so that I would boil everything to be very soft. So right now I've placed it on heat to boil it. So you have to make it very soft. Okay, now our potato, apple and dates are boiling and they are cooked. So after cooking, allow it to cool down a bit, then you go ahead and blend. Okay, so when starting solid for your baby, you have to actually start with something smooth. Okay, it has to be smooth, and that is why I am blending it. So you make sure you blend it into smooth paste, and you also see the consistency that I use. Okay, so as at the time of this video, my baby just clocked 6 months and will have been on exclusive breastfeeding. Now I'm starting solid. So when you're starting solid for your baby, you have to start gradually. Start something in a paste form. So I'm adding baby milk right now, as you can see. So this is just a spoon of baby milk mixed in water to blend. So the milk is actually optional. You can use water to blend this as far as you are still breastfeeding. Okay, so even when you start solid, please continue breastfeeding. Okay, so for this you can actually use your breast milk to blend it as well. So make sure it is not too watery and make sure it is not too thick. Okay, so just a light consistency like this is okay. Yeah, so you introduce this gradually to your baby, and this is very healthy and nutritious because Irish potato has a lot of health benefits. Apple has lots of health benefits as well as date fruit. Yes, date fruit is also good for your baby. It adds sweets, that is sweetens the meal and also give your baby nutrients. So the next is sweet potatoes. Yeah, so I have these two big sweet potatoes here. So I'm using this size of potatoes, because from this I'll be making three recipes. Okay, so you can actually use rice for what I'll be showing you here. You can use rice, you can use Irish potato, you can use oatmeal, you can use any other solid or carbohydrate, but the other things you'll be adding to it is what actually makes it balance. Okay, so I would wash my potatoes and place in the pot. Then I'll show you the next things to add to this and how to go about preparing it. Okay, so here I have my potatoes. The next thing is to add pear. Yes, pear apple. So you can also use avocado pear for your baby. That is an excellent source of fat to the baby. But here we have pear apple. Okay, so I'll cut this into half. So I'm using half, and the remaining half will be pureed later for my baby. So you just boil and grind into paste and feed your baby. Okay, but for now I'm adding just half of the pear apple to the potatoes, and I'm going to boil them all together. And like I said, the remaining half would still be used later for my baby, just the pear alone, boiled and pureed, and you feed to your baby. So at this stage of the baby's life, 6 months plus, baby needs fruits and vegetables. Yes, so baby needs fruits and vegetables to help him or her grow strong and healthy. So I'm boiling my potato and pear together. So I cut the pear in big size because I want to portion it. Like I said, I'm making three recipes from these potatoes. Okay, and now we have our potatoes well cooked. The next is spinach. So you can see I have three leaves of beautiful fresh spinach there. This is straight from my garden. Okay, so I added a little water into the plate, and I'm going to put this in a pot of boiling water. So I just want to steam it, but I don't want to just leave the spinach in the dry plate like that. It would make it dry. So I added a little water to this. So you wouldn't want to boil this in a big pot of water. I just want to steam it just the way I am doing. Okay, so that it can still retain the nutrients. Okay, so our spinach is ready. Now I'm just going to take it out to stop it from further cooking. Okay, so I'll just remove it from the fire. Yeah, so this is it. Three leaves of spinach. This is just for one meal. Okay, and this is excellent for baby. It is really really good. So aside from spinach, you can use some other vegetables like pumpkin and any other good vegetable around you. So make sure you're not taking too much at a time. Okay, so I also added the water because we have nutrient there. So right now our potato is cold, not so cold, but at least it's not so hot to spoil the blender. So you just let it cool down a bit and then you blend. So when you're feeding your baby, make sure baby's food is not too hot. Let it be just warm. Yeah, warm is okay. So now I'm adding one pear to this. So I'm just going to portion this to give me three recipes. I'm going to make three recipes with this. Okay, so I'm just going to share it into portion. Yeah, and I'll be showing you the other things I'll be adding to this. So each of this recipe will have different things I added. Now I'm adding palm oil. Yeah, you say palm oil. Yes, just heat up palm oil a little bit and add. And I'm adding baby milk as well. Just 1 spoon of baby milk mixed with water, and that will help me blend the meal into smooth paste. Now back to the oil. At this stage, baby needs fat. Yes, but not saturated fat, just good fat like palm oil. It's also is good for the baby's stomach. Okay, so you can also use oil like coconut oil. Coconut oil is good for baby's stomach as well. Palm kernel oil or palm oil, just like you see me doing here. and you can see the beautiful color it has, and the taste is also wow. Okay, baby loves it. Yeah, so you can see the consistency I have here. Like I said, when you're starting solid, make sure you're not going so thick initially. Let it be smooth that baby can just lick it down. Okay, now to the rest of our potato, the second recipe. So since I'm making the same meal, there's no need to wash my blender. Okay, so I know you'll be saying she didn't even wash the blender, so there's no need. I'll show you the reason I am preparing all this meal at once. Okay, they're for different times, but I just decided to make them at once, and I would store them well. So for this second recipe, I'll be using egg yolk. Okay, so at this stage, maybe you need just egg yolk. With time, you can start introducing the white, and I'm still adding baby milk. Okay, so baby milk is actually optional. You can use breast milk, you can use just clean water to blend, as long as you're still breastfeeding. So even while you introduce solids, make sure you're still breastfeeding. Okay, it's still, I mean, it is very, very good for baby. So for this recipe, you can see what we have here: smooth paste, excellent for baby, packed with nutrients. Okay, yeah, so this is it. Now to the remaining potato, still in my blender, I'm going to put these remaining potatoes with the pear remaining. Okay, remember I shared my pear into three, so for each of the recipe I added one part of the pear. So this is the last one, but not the end of the video, because I still have another recipe to show you. So make sure you're watching to the end, and at the end I will give you chart. So I added the spinach to this one. Okay, so you can see for this recipe we're adding the spinach, and I'm adding just water and date to sweeten it. Yes, sweet potato is actually sweet, but because of the vegetable, the taste will change. So I added that date to sweeten and to add value to it. Okay, to add more nutrients to it. And after blending, this is what we have. So for this one, you see that I added just water. I didn't add baby milk to this. Okay, yeah, and this is also packed with nutrients. That vegetable you see there, that spinach, is packed with nutrients, and this is one meal that baby can have even as breakfast or lunch or dinner. Now the next one is pap. Okay, so this very pap is a mixture of, or it contains sorghum, which is a guinea corn. It has corn and millet as well. Okay, so I'm just showing you how to make the pap, or how I make baby's pap. Okay, so I just added a little water, and I'm going to keep turning and mixing it until it is smooth, until there is no lump remaining. So I'll just keep turning and make sure everything mixes up. So for this, you will not want to add so much water. You don't want to make it so thick. So I actually made this a little bit running, because for this very baby food, I want him to take it with feeding bottle. So when I make pap like this, I pour it in the feeding bottle. Now I'm adding my hot water. So you pour boiled water. Make sure you're just taking it from the fire as it is boiling, and you pour gradually, okay, until you see the color change. So you saw how it transformed from that light color to a bit darker color. Yes, it is cooked now. So just going to keep turning it until everything mixes very well. Okay, so when I make pap like this, I like to feed my baby with feeding bottle. And the reason is this: while I give with spoon sometimes and I give with feeding bottle, is so that someone else can help me feed baby. Okay, if I'm very busy, his siblings can feed him, and it is very, very easy for them when baby is feeding from feeding bottle. Okay, it is very easy compared to feeding with spoon. So this is our pap. You can see the consistency. Like I said, when you're starting, make sure you're starting light. Okay, so I'm just taking the quantity that he can finish right now, and to this I'll be adding some other things. Okay, so keep watching, and at the end, or towards the end, I'm going to give you meal chart that you can follow. So right here I have banana. Okay, so I'm adding banana to this to add more nutrients. So you can smash your banana in a small mortar like this, or you can even use strainer like this. Okay, even for all this meal that I showed you, if you don't have a blender or if there's no power supply for your blender, you can use that strainer to mash your baby meal, and everything that will be coming out from me to be smooth. Yes, I do that sometimes. Yeah, I do that sometimes, and I'll be showing you in this video as well after mashing this banana. So you can actually just mash your banana and use it that way, or you can still go ahead to use the strainer to make it even smoother. Since I'll be putting this meal in the feeding bottle, I want it to be very smooth. Okay, so if you're feeding with spoon is a different thing, but when the baby have to suck from the feeding bottle, let everything going into his mouth be smooth. So I will just mash my banana as you can see me do. Okay, so just mash it smoothly. So right now, the way this banana is, I can still use it for my baby meal without even straining it. Okay, but that's if I'm feeding him with spoon. But since I'll be putting this meal in the feeding bottle, I decided to still strain it. Okay, to make everything very, very smooth. So you can see, you would see what would come out of this. Okay, so just strain, and though this strainer is a bit small, is the holes are tiny, so you can even use a bigger one. So the next thing I'll add to this to make it come out fast is date water. So I boiled some date I want to blend for other meal I'm preparing for baby. So I added the date water, and you can see everything just came out like milk, and I'll mix this thoroughly. Okay, so I hope you didn't really miss that part. It was a bit fast. It was just banana and boiled date water. I boiled dates, and so the water I added a little bit to that. Okay, to make everything smooth and a bit running. So I'm going to add and pour this into baby's feeding bottle. So you can see the consistency I have this. Yes, so he usually finish this bottle. This is 150 ml. Yeah, 150 mils. Okay, so I would keep this, and the remaining in the plate I would pour it into another feeding bottle. Okay, yeah, so that is it for this very one. Okay, so I hope you are liking enjoying this video. Please give it a like. Yes, hit on that like button, smash that like button, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel up to this time, please subscribe. On this channel I share tips on natural remedies to health issues, and sometimes I share my lifestyle and baby and everything, parenting and all that. So these are things I share on this channel. So right now, these are all the meals I prepared. I showed you in this video, and this is how I store them. So there are times I prepare more than this, there are times I just prepare. So if you're a busy mom and you want to prepare your baby's food on the go, let's say you want to prepare 1 week meal on the go, you can actually do this. It is safe for baby as long as you're not storing it more than 1 week in the refrigerator. So make sure it is actually in the freezer. Okay, yes, I store mine in the freezer so it gets blocked and it cannot go bad. So when baby wants to eat, I would defrost this and place it in a pot of boiling water. Okay, but not with this container, please. Yes, because this is plastic. I don't encourage you to warm baby's food with plastic. Okay, so this is how I store it. Now I use stainless plates such as this. Okay, so when baby wants to eat, I just transfer the food into a plate like this and place it into a pot of boiling water, and it defrozes and it becomes okay for baby to consume. Okay, and that is it. So you as a busy mom, you can do this. So right now, here is a chart on 1 week meal plan that you can use for your baby. In case you run short of ideas, you don't know what to do, you can actually use this chart. Okay, so just take a screenshot of it, and you can even add more to this. This is just an idea. Okay, you can add more to this, you can improvise, okay, as long as it is healthy for your baby. So fruits and vegetables are healthy for babies from 6 months old and older. Okay, so just take a screenshot of this chart. This would help you. So guys, this is it for this video, and I hope you like it. Please smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. I have other things I share on this channel that are beneficial to life. As far as you're a human being living, you would need the things that I share on this channel, not just about babies, but natural remedies, things you can do at home to help you and your family. Okay, you are the first doctor to your child, you are the first doctor to yourself. Okay, even before you get to the hospital, if you're not well, there are certain things you can do to help, you know, help your life, save your life, and even reduce the cost that, or reduce the amount of money you'll be spending in the hospital, because before getting to the hospital you must have, reduced the effect of whatever that is wrong with you. So I share tips on this channel on that. Okay, so thank you for watching. I would love to see you in my next video. Remain blessed.